Aye, aye, mateys. Good early. Listen, right? So, because I was thinking, okay, because for those who know, I'm in the works of the putting together of a video for the story of Solomon because he's the author of the book of Proverbs. And I find it so interesting that, because I was discussing with someone the other day, with wisdom, like, in all seriousness, wisdom is not something that's being handed out. It doesn't come with age. I've said this before. And I will say it like a gajillion times if I need to. Wisdom does not come with age, and it's not being handed out. I need that delusional theory to be placed under the earth, right? So, Solomon, the wisest man in the world to date, from my current knowledge, so even with him having wisdom, he still dropped the ball. Because I did a video yesterday in reference to his wives, right? Because Solomon ended up having 1,000. Well, he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. So he had 700 women. I'm sorry, 1,000 women. And with these women, right? A lot of them were from tribes of people, or for our terms, ethnicity groups of people who worshipped certain demonic deities, right? Because that's what the lowercase g gods are. So when people quote unquote worship their lowercase g god, that's literally a demonic deity. Like, don't be deceived. Santa Maria, some what the guy said, the Hindu stuff. Yeah, because I've seen a video with the guy. He just came about he came out of the Hindu stuff. The Hindu stuff, like, all that little weird stuff, the little Buddha thing, those are demonic deities. But anyway, right? So God gives specific instructions for us not to link up with these kind of people because that's how they move. And he told Solomon, if you get with these women, they're going to have you up there demon worshiping, right? But Solomon, being the wisest man in the world, didn't even take heed. I don't know how and or why, because with wisdom, what? ¿Por qué? And ironically, you wrote the book of Proverbs, so I'm just flabbergasted. But anyway, because of I really want to because this is my channel, right? And y'all know me by now. If you're new to this channel, I like to keep it a band. And I like to dish out meat around here. This ain't no milk pacifying, babysitting, daycare, after school, knapsack carrying. No, bruv. No. This is like for real. This is like get your scuba gear, right? Because we finna go deep. Listen, life is spiritual. Everything is spiritual, right? When you're interacting with people, it's spiritual. It's not person to person. Okay? Offense is a spirit that can get on you and cause you to lash out in anger or a fit of rage, which would technically be a sin. If you do that, just repent immediately. Nonetheless, just try to keep in mind that offense is a spirit. In the world, spirits are considered drinks. So let us use that term, right? Okay, so we understand offense is a spirit. Cool. Got it. Bing bow. Now that we know offense is a spirit, we're going to devy over to the fact that it can be considered a drink, right? The equivalent of this is you thinking about the offense, right? So if you constantly think about the offense, that is you sipping on the drink of offense. If you sip on it too much, you will then become drunk. Anyone who has been drunk before knows when you're drunk, you black out. You lose control of yourself. Ding, 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 ding. So now you're not sober. Oh my. Do you see how this is working? Right. Exactly. So, because Solomon had demons that he chose not to acknowledge and tame and seek deliverance for, they overpowered him. Because remember, first of all, he was the king. And as I stated before, that can be a very dangerous, game to play. Especially if you don't have the spirit of humility with you. Because without the spirit of humility, to be deemed king or queen, pride is going to come right in with them. You can say you the humblest, whatever. Yo. God know for real, like who's humble for real and who's not. Know that. But listen, right? So, with that being said, with that title alone, you know what I'm thinking about, as a matter of fact? Thank you, Daddy, because that's a perfect example. Just any title that comes with authority, as a matter of fact. It's so easy for pride to slither in. Because if you think about it, like you have supervisors and bosses who are full of pride. Those are the trash ones who treat the workers like trash. Look, parents. Yo, a parent with pride is disgusting. Because they literally talk to you real reckless and crazy, and then try to use the excuse of them being your parent. Like, because they're your parent, it's okay for them to talk to you like trash. It's okay for them to verbally abuse you. Beloved, you're literally creating a monster. I just need you to know that. If they don't lash out on you, they're going to lash out on other people. It's not going to end well. But anyway, right? So titles of authority can easily usher in the spirit of pride. So if you're not humble or even have a relationship with Christ, you won't catch it. You'll easily drown in it. Easily. So, right? Boom, you got the pride with the king position, right? Then with the king position and the authority and pride being present, more demons are inviting themselves in. I believe covetousness was one of his struggles. Why do I say that? Because of Bathsheba, duh. Oh, I'm sorry. No, because everybody don't know the story of Solomon and Bathsheba. Okay, so Bathsheba was this lady who was married to one of Solomon's soldiers, and he seen her one day bathing, and he liked her, so he asked one of his people, one of his other soldiers, he yo, who is that? And they was that's what's her name wife. He yo, go get her and bring her up here. Okay, so Solomon brought her upstairs. Apparently, I'm guessing he must have looked good, and the fact that he was the king, she opened her legs easily, no question. Never mind the fact that she was married, but no question, right? Because of authority. Bing. Now, she ended up getting pregnant. Your man's... Oh my gosh. I'm bugging. That's David. That's his dad. David. And that was David and Bathsheba. But no, because now it's no coincidence that came up, because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Solomon got his own little murder situation. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, so murdering was already a part of being a king, right? Back then. Cool. But no. So listen, y'all, because ironically, okay, my daddy, he had broke it down for me while I was looking back into Solomon's situation. Now, remember the story I just told y'all about David and Bathsheba, right? Okay. That was actually David's demon that he never dealt with. It was a generational demon. Because if you remember, like I just told y'all, in the process of telling y'all, Bathsheba had got pregnant by Solomon. Now, ironically, the first pregnancy, God allowed her to miscarry because the way Solomon went about it, he got her husband killed and everything, he did dirt. He tried to fast to save the baby, but, bro, you gooked out. You had that lady husband killed for no reason. The spirit of covetousness and the spirit of murder was already in him, because being a king back then, they had to do killings and stuff and orchestrate killings, right? Boom. So that spirit of covetousness was a inherited. It was a demon that he inherited from David, okay? It was an ancestral demon that was not dealt with. So these are quote unquote patterns, behavioral patterns, they're labeled as in the world. Like pride and greed and stuff like that. Those are spirits that need to be dealt with, because if not, they will lead us to hell. So, but boom, right? With Solomon, and that generational demon of covetousness being in him caused him to, even with him being the wisest man in the Bible dated, and as I know of right now in the world, your man's coveted 999 women. Because in reality, God designed it to where, the man only needs one wife. When he made Eve for Adam, he literally only made Eve. I didn't see anything about him making Eve and Sarah, or, Eve, Sarah, Barbara, Sally, Jane. No, I didn't see a list. It was just, he took the one rib and made one woman, and that was Eve, right? All right, cool. Got that down pat. Now, because of his demons that he didn't get the deliverance for and take the time out to address. Lust was another one, because David also lusted after Bathsheba. And so that also trickled over with Solomon, to where, like I said, he ended up with 1,000 women. So boom, all of these women that he had, right? Most of them were demon worshippers. Yeah, it clearly says that in the where is that at? I think it's like 11. Yeah, Solomon's wives and concubines draw him into idolatry. So women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. Yeah. So, the Zidonians actually worship the demon Ashtoreth. And if you go over to the community post, you'll see the page from the Book of Demons, the Dictionary of Demons, where it shows you the demon Ashtoreth. Right, so that's a question you want to be asking people now, especially somebody who talking about they were trying to talk to you, and then they're like, oh yeah, I believe in God. Yeah, which God? What's your God name? Because now I need to know. You up here thinking y'all talking about the same God. They up here talking about Ashtoreth. You up here like Affleck. What's happening? Yo, so look, right? No, so distress. Because Solomon, the fact that he dealt with all of these women who worship demonic deities and ended up having kids with them, y'all, it caused generations of unnecessary rubbish, to the point where the sons who he had with these women who worship these demonic deities, no coincidentally, but coincidentally, these sons, when they did become kings, guess what they were? Evil kings who did evil in the sight of the Lord. Right. Why? Because of the way they were born. Huh? First of all, they were born out of disobedience, because God told him not to mess with them demon worshippers. But he went ahead anyway, right? All right, skibbity-doo. So you got the spirit of disobedience. Then you got whatever spirits, the demons, from whatever deity that they're worshiping. And then he had multiple of these women. So that's multiple demonic deities. So he's just like making little demon babies and spreading them. Because at this point, granted, 700 of them were his wives. Those were still demon babies. Why? Because the mothers were worshiping demonic deities. So 9.5 times out of 10, those mothers was sacrificing those kids to the demonic deity, meaning they was raising those kids up in the same manner of worshiping those demonic deities. So example, right? Santa Maria is a demonic practice. So you could have somebody who, you know what I'm saying, the grandma did Santa Maria. Now she got the mother doing it. Now the mother got the daughter doing it. It's a generational thing. But by the grace of God, it's one of them, okay, is going to be the generational curse breaker who's not going to participate in the Santa Maria, or they're either going to turn from it and leave it like, yo, I don't want to do this no more. When he tell us not to follow the ways of our ancestors, that is literally the kind of stuff he's talking about. People be so quick to want to up and jump and do this and up and jump and do that. Y'all, Did y'all know, come to find out through the Hindu guy and other people who are Indian and have converted to Christ, they all are confirming yoga is a demonic practice where you inviting demonic spirits in you, and you inviting that snake spirit in you. And for the people who be having like back pain and stuff, you might need deliverance from a demon. Yeah, because the guy James Koala, who used to be the African warlock, from the day of his first day on this earth, he got married to a 60-year-old witch because the calling on his life was too powerful, and she was like, yo, if we bring him out, I gotta marry him because he gotta come to the kingdom of darkness. If not, he's gonna be a threat to our kingdom. So that's why he had to marry the witch when he was born. So boom, at 24, God saved him through his grace and intervention of sending one of his obedient servants to go talk to him. That's a very interesting story of how that took place. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love that story so much. But yes, so right, he was saying how from the time he was born up until he was 24, when he got delivered, that he was having back pain every day. He could barely sleep. He was drinking, getting drunk to avoid the pain. The python spirit was in the man. Yo, y'all think this stuff is a game? And it's no coincidence. I notice a lot of people who practice sexual immorality and sexual sins. Like, yo, I kid you not. That's when I had my most back pain. Yo, that's when I literally had my most back pain, when I was fornicating. I'm literally about to fall out and I'm already laying down. That's wow. That's wow. That's nasty work, yo. Nasty work. Yo. Kai. Well, I thank God for the awakening. Amen. But since I'm up and sounding refreshed and revived, I'm going to go ahead and do my Proverbs video. And I'm going to just throw this on there with it, because why not? Sneak this in here for you guys. But what'll happen is after, when I read the Proverbs, I probably won't get to, I don't know, I probably might just read it. Excuse me. I gotta see. Oh my goodness. It's my King James. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot. We're doing NIV this month. Right, so I could have left it on the page I had it on. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, what is today? The 6th. My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have shaken hands and pledged for a stranger, you have been trapped by what you said, ensnared by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, to free yourself. Since you have fallen into your neighbor's hands, go to the point of exhaustion and give your neighbor no rest. Allow no sleep to your eyes, no slumber to your eyelids. Free yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like a bird from the snare of the fowler. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provision in summer and gathers its food at harvest. How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. A troublemaker and a villain who goes about with a corrupt mouth, who winks maliciously with his eye, signals with his feet, and motions with his fingers, who plots evil with deceit in his heart. He always stirs up conflict. Therefore, disaster will overtake him in an instant. He will suddenly be destroyed without remedy. There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. My son, keep your father's command and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Bind them always on your head, on your heart. Fasten them around your neck. When you walk, they will guide you. When you sleep, they will watch over you. May they be in line with the Lord's sayings and stuff, because, hey, Kai, could you imagine if one of Solomon's demon worshiping mothers was your mother and she's telling you to worship the demon? You see what I'm saying? Would that still be right? No, it would not. Right, so wait a minute now. Let me cross-check with the Most High in reference to my mother's teachings, huh? Because if her teachings is not his teachings, then I need to forsake them. Let's be clear on that, like I just said. Can you imagine your mother's practicing Santa Maria or doing some other demonic worship and she's trying to get you to do it? Ma'am. Please. Anyway. I'm just saying, Daddy, look, what you want me to lie to the people? I'd rather be honest. Solomon was wise, but boy, boy. Because you had 700 wives, so Sarah, which mother you talking about? You had, 700 mothers? 1,000 mothers? They was demon worshiping? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. For this command is a lamp, this teaching is a light, and correction and instruction are the way to life, keeping you from your neighbor's wife, from the smooth talk of a wayward woman. Because now that I'm looking more into Solomon's stuff, sir, I need to have a conversation with you really quickly, because wait a minute now. When did you write this? Must have been before the fall of going left. It must have been. Certainly could not have been after the fall. No, it couldn't have been. I don't want to think that, do I? The mind does wander. Do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. For a prostitute can be had for a loaf of bread, but another man's wife preys on your very life. That's so true. Because if she's another man's wife and she's seeking to sleep with you, 9 times out of 10, she's operating under a demonic spirit that is seeking your life. So run, run, Forrest, run, Forrest, run. No one who touches her will go unpunished. That's a fact. Please do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his hunger when he is starving. Yet, if he is caught, he must pay sevenfold, though it costs him all the wealth of his house. But a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. Blows and disgrace are his lot, and his shame will never be wiped away. That's interesting because it was this one Christian Nigerian movie where the guy cheated on his wife and she was so good to him, and he ended up getting in a car accident. Your boy got paralyzed and had to be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Yup. So blows and disgrace definitely was his lot. And his shame will never be wiped away because now he's permanently bound to that wheelchair as a permanent reminder for his wayward ways of tiptoeing with that lady and treating his wife like garbage. Yeah, that was nasty work. For jealousy arouses a husband's fury, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will not accept any compensation. He will refuse a bribe, however great it is. And let us, please, if we have not already, giving our hearts to Christ. What are we waiting for? Huh? What are we really waiting for? Like, bada bingo. Also, we want to be asking the Lord from our hearts. Psalms 139 verses 23 and 24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Amen. You know, because it's one thing for us to think we doing and moving right until we double cross check with God, and then he be like, okay, well, since you asked, bing, 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 bing. You know, and honestly, you would rather that than you think you good, and then, you know, God forbid, Satan see that you in Delulu land, and he swipe one on you real quick, and now you taking up out of here. Like, that's nasty work. That's nasty work. And let us give thanks to the Lord every day because he is so good. Okay? And may we also start our day also with Psalms 1, just to remind us that blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Yeah, so just keep that in mind, you know. And Psalms 2 verse 12. Well, kiss the Son, lest he be angry and ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Talking about the Lord, of course, but of course. So then Psalms 3 is the security of God's protection. So, you can say that to him too if you feel like you want protection or you need protection. But looking at the, if you have a Bible that has like the sub little pieces to tell you what's happening with where you're reading, don't take that for granted. Like, that's low-key like because like right now, how I just told you guys, like Psalms 1 is about the godly and the ungodly. So it can show you and direct you to, the exact Psalms for what you're looking for. So like if you want a Psalms for Thanksgiving, or you want a Psalm for deliverance, repentance, whatever it is, just look through the book of Psalms. And if it has that there, you'll see it. But I'm actually, I gotta put the thing up with this stuff on it. I'm all over with my Bible study. So I'm just like so engulfed with my Bible study that I've not gotten the chance to do my Psalms thing for you guys, but I'm gonna, I have to do that. So yeah, just like a little Psalms guide and post it in the community for you guys. So just in case if anybody has a Bible that doesn't have the little semi sections, then you'll know exactly which Psalm to go to for your situation. Yeah, like see, my NIV Bible doesn't have those subsections, but my King James does. So yeah, I'll post that for you guys so you guys can see which Psalm is for what, to know which Psalm you want to recite to the Lord. Because y'all, if you want to impress God and you want to see him moving and shaking, recite his word to him. He literally is up 24/7 listening to see who's reciting his word to him. Yeah. Give thanks, praise, and worship. Yes. Repent, guys. We got to be repentant. Asking for forgiveness. Forgiving others. Don't be offended. Try not to fester in the offense. Don't sip on that drink. It's bitter. It's nasty. Yucky, yuck, yuck, yuck. It got the cooties. Ugh. Yuck. Hatred, envy, jealousy, maliciousness, covetousness, all of that stuff got the cooties. We want to stay away from that. We want the fruits of the Spirit. That's the good stuff. Like the love, the joy, the peace. You know what I mean? The Jesus te llama. Y'all cannot tell me nothing, okay? And nobody can tell me nothing either, because Jesus te llama everywhere, all day, every day, okay? But no, guys, seriously, Jesus does te llama, because if he did not, he would not have went to Calvary and died for none of us. And y'all, he died for the whole world, all of us, the people who was here before us, the people who here with us now, and the people who are going to be here after us. He died for all of us. Yo, that's huge. Like, I was just really going over that in the book of Revelation before I did this recording. I'm like, yo, that's like mega world huge. Like, oh my gosh, what a blessing to be able to walk the same places he walked. To have been one of his disciples. Oh my gosh, just so much greatness. Whew. Ooh. That's a table of greatness right there, aside from Judas. But the beautiful example that he laid in front of us through the acts of how he conducted himself with Judas. Because I was thinking about that, and like, Judas was in charge of the money. the money, and you knew he was going to betray you and be a scum muffin, but he never treated him like that. He never treated Judas how Judas deserved to be treated. That right there is a gut punch for me and a real reality chin check for me, because, you know, when people cross me up, you know, yo, you know, hey, you know, so, I'm still at work. We all still at work. Listen, this is a journey, all right? So don't get frustrated and give up because it doesn't happen overnight. It's not no freaking rock star pop overnight hit sensation gibberish. Like, this is a slow journey, especially for deliverance. Oh my goodness. Yo, I've been getting delivered for like the last 500 years. But ironically, like, when you go through certain things in life, and like a lot of things in life, that's that much more deliverance you need. So, yo, listen, the sooner you give your heart to Christ, the better. Because that's the sooner you can start allowing him to work on the deliverance/healing process. And then if you're someone who doesn't have any children right now, then you can be preparing yourself to be a fit, amazing parent, because you'll be spiritually healthy to where you'll only be bearing the fruits of the Spirit and only pouring that out to your child, versus pouring out the sour, bitter fruit, producing little narcissist demon babies. That's literally what that is. Narcissists are just demon babies. They're literally pumped with like a legion of demons. Let a narcissist... Okay. It's about to be a lot of interesting events this year. But we love you guys so much. Please give thanks to the Lord. Because if y'all truly knew what's going on in the spiritual realm, for those who are just like in la la land and oblivious to this stuff, yo, just know there's real wars going on over there. Every day. Whether you choose to participate or not, you're in it. Tag, you're in. Yeah, you're in. Whether you want to be or not, you are in. So you're either going to be like an NCP player for Satan, or you're going to be a ambassador for Christ. And remember, guys, this stuff is, yo, that song by Yolanda Adams, "The Battle Is Not Yours," that song is chef kiss. I fully get it now. I used to listen to that song 8 years ago when I was in a really, really dark place to get me through that place. And when I used to listen to the song, I would listen to it. It would move me. I would cry. It would lift me. But it didn't hit like how it hits now. Because now I truly get it. Like at first, when I used to listen to that song, I still was trying to fight in the flesh. I was still trying to tick for attack. Now, oh baby, I'm praying. And I am binding up people's demons. Yeah, because without that demon that was charging you and pumping you up, now what? right? Because it's not about person to person. It's spirit to spirit. What I need to touch you for? What you want, a hug? That's all I got. Is a hug. I just have a hug for you. I don't know. What do you want? I'm not fighting anybody. Ew. Why would I want to break my nails? Beloved. It takes time to do these nails, honey. Time, money, talent. Beloved, I cannot. Okay? Please, I beg. And I genuinely, yes, that's a thing for me, because I used to physically fight with my hands a lot. But those times I wasn't wearing nails. I wasn't even really trying to be feminine and ladylike. I was very tomboyish, rough and tough with my Afro puffs. Yeah. Very much, because that's the era. That's the energy they put in us at that time of my growing up. So that's why I mentioned that. However, all of that stuff was strategically done. Think it's a coincidence they show us all these demonically pumped people doing demonic stuff? I just seen this video earlier today with the one lady. She did a whole ritual on her son. Try to talk about some bomba clatty. Anyway, please behave.